Thanks for coming back to join us again here tonight. We will have Eli versus Wisenatic as set number 1 here. On your screen, you will see the maps and the Civ draft in front of you. Will be Monkey Arena for Wisenatic. Eli has gone with Jungle Nomad. And we will have Wisenatic with Mayans, Teutons, Poles, and Portuguese. Eli will have Berbers, Britons, Franks, and Byzantines. Should be a lot of fun. Hope all sounds good on your end. Please let me know if any issues do come up, guys. But we are going to dive into the first set here in just 1 second. But thank you guys for showing up tonight. Do appreciate it. This is a round of 16 matchup we have for you this evening. And here we go. Eli is our high seed, so he will be in yellow. Wisenatic is the low seed, will be in gray. These guys are tough. It's 5 seed here versus the 12th seed. Eli being the higher seeded of the players. So we'll see what works out here. He will have Franks on Arabia, not a uncommon choice whatsoever. And on the other side, Wisenatic going to have the Mayans, a civ that we have seen quite frequently in this round. Not surprising whatsoever. And yeah, Eli is he's up there. He's up there for sure. Wisenatic a little bit lower. But, again, it's kind of how things work out for the time being. Yeah, golds are a little bit weird, Eli. They are a little bit weird. This is a very strange generation we have for Arabia here. Honestly, the Arabia gens, for the most part, have been kind of spread out with res. It's definitely interesting. Yeah, Wisenatic is definitely up there as well here. Ooh. Well, Boar goes down for Wisenatic here. That's quite unfortunate for him. He's going to be down a villager already. Or a boar already, not a vill. But that hurts. That really hurts. But luckily with Mayans, Eco is a little bit better. Do have deer push coming in here for Eli. He's probably going to push a couple of those, I would imagine, being Franks. Wanting to get up just that much earlier, which would make a lot of sense in my opinion. Going for some sort of a scout play, no doubt. Wisenatic here, going to bring in boar number 2 now. See if he has a better time with this one. Obviously, losing that early on is definitely not what you want to have happen here. And he will take an on garrison there. Not going to kill that one, which is a positive for him. Deer coming in here and a boar at the same time. Deer a little closer, but a little outside the town center range. Not exactly under it, but will be just fine. All in all, this gold over here is going to be fairly securable, I feel. It's obviously forward and off to the left, the right of the screen here for you a little bit, which is kind of weird. We have gold. So look like both these players share a gold in the center, which is actually really awkward. But we'll see if that comes into effect. Wisenatic is up a vill here, given the fact that he was able to skip a loom. He knew about the scout or the monkey not taking up pop space. Walling to the town center here. Gonna have to push in a deer or two. On to berries. Eli here. It's like he's focused on pushing this in. We'll go out to the mill now. Boar is coming in number 2. Things are looking very clean on this side. Wisenatic does have a little bit more idle TC time, but that all occurred whenever he lost his boar to the town center. Things are looking good here for Eli, given that he doesn't know that, obviously, so it will be interesting to see what we have Wisenatic going for. He is pushing the deer, has one pushed already. Ultimately, getting some little wall up over here is Eli to secure that position. All in all, things are looking fairly good here. Monkey is going to lose a little bit of HP, not a whole lot. Wisenatic is still maintaining that villager advantage at the moment, but obviously will most likely not last given the circumstances, and the loom being a little bit faster to research and a little bit more idle TC time for Wisenatic here. But all in all, pushing deer, trying to get to the next stage. We'll see what happens here. Wisenatic can go FC. Well, I don't think he's going to. I think it would be difficult to pull off an FC here. Eli could FC behind this. But I think he's going up too. So it'll be a 22 pop up here for our Frank player, not a 20 pop up. And he will shift on to gold. Barracks is up forward here, and it will be militia for him. On the other side, barracks just now going to be coming up here for Wisenatic. So going to be man-at-arms, I would adventure here. This is quite unfortunate. That was a weird pathing because that tree position, but all in all, we'll be just fine. Militia number 1 and number 2 going to be on the field here. Probably going to have a third. Yep, there we go. With the monkey, third is kind of questionable, although with 3 can do a lot of damage here. But I think this is a Drush FC for Wisenatic, or for Eli. I don't think it's even a question at this point. He went to gold very early. He went 22 pop up, and I think it's a clean build. This is going to occur here too for him. This will be quite good. He has scouted a decent part of the base here. Didn't find anything till just now, finding the stones, and will locate the berries here. On the opposite side, we'll switch over, and the scouting here is not so great for Wisenatic. Has not to even go to his opponent's base. So we'll have to see what he has occur for him there. Militia and the monkey will be headed in here. Man-at-arm upgrade and double Bidax coming in here for Eli. One Vil will undoubtedly die. Will be some downhill hits here. The monkey could even take a swipe or two. There we go. Range is going to be rushed down as quickly as possible given this attack has come in. But ultimately, the counter damage coming, but he doesn't know where his opponent is just yet. So, okay, he will see the walls. That will get him to know it is there. These walls are very interesting, but I actually like this double archery range. An interesting choice here, wanting to get those archer numbers out faster. Man-at-Arms upgrade will come in, but it will come in after this Vil here is pushed away from the house. All in all, berries are denied. Double range, no archer production just yet. We went into Man-at-Arms actually, which is going to potentially cost a Vil for Eli. Yeah. He was trying to do some quick walling shenanigans, and it did not work out so well. It is only 2 Man-at-Arms here. Where's the third? Out here. Yeah, he needs to get that in here as well. And we have a defensive siege workshop with skirmishers coming out here for Eli. And villagers are going to take a fight, and there will just be some micro to try to get away from this. This is definitely doable. It's definitely more difficult. Monkey goes down. 1 Man-at-Arms goes down as well here. This should get cleaned up rather simply now. And on the other side, the Man-at-Arms, monkey still here. Nice wall up on this side, keeping these units here. And they actually are going to walk under the town center. I believe this was not on purpose here, obviously. Lots of micro here, dodging the TC. He's actually going to be able to save everything. He lost a ton of HP, but that was quite the micro behind that. Farm numbers starting to come up now. Food income for Eli was undisturbed. But on the other side, Wisenatic losing the boar early, not helping him anywhere, and now not having access to these berries for quite some time. Archers will finally join the party. They do not have fletching yet, but there are 4 of them, so this will make quick work and send these packing. Now, we'll have to see what Eli goes for here. He does have skirmishers on the field. Neither player with any blacksmith upgrades. Blacksmith is coming down for Eli, and will come down for Wisenatic, but not until that house is completed. all things considered, Wisenatic able to hold on and stay in this one. Ecos look fairly similar, and Wisenatic actually has a higher population as far as villagers is concerned. He did kill a few more vills here, it looks like. Maybe, oh no, it's 1-1 for Eco KD actually. Interesting. I guess maybe we have an upgrade here. Yeah, we got Town Watch. That's the discrepancy. What some of the discrepancy for the eco differential right now. That, along with the 30 seconds, was probably what accounted for that position. I didn't see that upgrade coming in myself, but nonetheless it did. There's one Man-at-Arms here. Eagle Scouts are starting to come out here, though, as some quick walls will come in here, trying to prevent these from getting into the base. But Eli's just got the eco, man. He does have both eco upgrades. Military is forward. Hitch shows up and says Tower Rush as usual. This house likely gonna go down, maybe? Yeah, looks like it will, but there's plenty of army here to deal with this. Castle Age on its way in for Eli behind this. Still a ways out here for Wisenatic, who will take a good engagement here, but I imagine we're gonna have the Night Switch coming in from behind here as he is on his way to the next age. A wolf even helping in, and Eli will take all that free HP loss from his opponent's skirmisher, as his eagles will clean these up, no question about that. And behind this, yep, there is stable number 1 and stable number 2. There will be 2 stables. We'll see if he continues to produce skirms, adds a second TC, but I imagine it's going to be 2 TC. Probably going to try to secure a stone or a gold with that. We'll have to wait and see, but I feel like we haven't seen very many 1 TC all-ins in this high division, open division bracket. Eagles and 10 archers will come forward, and it won't take much before a few knights will be able to deal with that. $100 sorry, I missed the hype. Here you go. There's some hype emotes in chat for you. Castle Age, click, and it will come in for Wisenatic. We'll see if he elects to turn and run here, which wouldn't be a bad position. Yeah, there's the second town center. So 2 TC, 2 stable production right now. This military could probably take on 2 knights with the level of micro here, and we only have +1 defense on this. Eagles will tank up some of this as well. Looks like he's just going to sacrifice the eagles. Alright. Eco upgrades coming in for Eli immediately. Obviously, farm upgrade is free. Franks. He will now turn and elect to take the fight, and I think he could have done that a while ago. Maybe even done that and saved the one eagle's life. But nonetheless, the eagles aren't going to be able to do a whole lot against knights at this point in the game. Crossbow numbers, when they do come out, will be somewhat decent. We will have a good number of them here. And there is no hole there. The hole is here with all the archers. It's only 4 knights. No real upgrades to be too concerned about with these numbers of soon-to-be crossbows. The wall up has been completed. Double walled here with this palisade area, which is always nice. Crossbow Botkin, a monastery came down immediately. University coming down here as well. So going to be very good to see the monastery up early here. The rank for these players, Eli is 2k. Wisenatic is like 1.9k. So it's not too far off. There is going to be a little bit of a discrepancy. Obviously, this is an open division, so we'll see what can occur here. 2 TCs behind this for Eli, though, will be giving him the advantage in the short term. Second TC on its way up here for Wisenatic. 1 villager. Oh, it's going to be so close. I think it might... I think he made a mistake by building that. I think he should have gone for the repair. He will head forward with this, though. This knight is going to be converted if the monk gets over here in time. He's going to try to convert it anyways. Oh, no. Oh, no, they're in. Oh, this is painful. Even if the conversion comes in, it's not great. It's not pretty. Conversion will come in, but few villagers lost there. On this side, this house is starting to be hit, but a siege workshop in defense coming up. Another monk. Another conversion. That will help slow the efforts on this side. Every converted knight is a wonderful thing here for Wisenatic. Military numbers, he does have way more, but we'll see if he can get anything done, as a mangonel promises to come out of that very quickly. Knights will run away. Mangonel about to pop, and yeah, Wisenatic wisely moves away here. This Vil was sent back out here just on garrison from the TC, I think, and it was not ideal. These crossbows will clean this up, though. And there was the Mangonel doing some ground attacks. 3 TCs now behind this for Eli, who has really good economy behind this, and if he can defend with Mangonel here, as he's going to go imp. He's going to try anyways. Trying to get some stone walls up right now. Just needs to get a Mangonel out. Third town center coming up for Wisenatic behind this. But the Mangonels, the walling behind here, should allow Eli to focus his economy and get to the next stage. He really needs to fix some of his idle villas, and does so. But all things considered, he's going to be on his way to the Imperial Age here. Before too long, he has been producing somewhat regularly. He has idled the TCs ever so slightly here and there, just to get other things done, really clicking elsewhere. Castle here for Eli, very defensive, but it will secure the entire front of his base here. Can't really complain about that. This town center for Wisenatic is actually really big. If he can hold that position, when with the number of crossbows that he has, it is looking very promising. Eagle numbers trickling out as well, not a ton of them. Castle will go up. Wisenatic, though, also going to be able to click to the Imperial Age soon. Wait, did he? What happened here? He just queued a bunch of ills and or military, I guess, and he is no longer close to imp at the moment. If he idled some TCs, maybe he'd get up sooner, but Imperial Age click is already on its way in over here, as this is a massive ball of crossbows. There's 5 military on the field here for Eli, so don't expect him to be able to hold this with anything other than siege right now. Gonna have to wait for his knight numbers to build. He doesn't. Where is this knight even at? Oh, it's right here on the wood line. Wisenatic will be in here. Mangonel's also here, though. There's a town center back here. They could walk through the mid potentially, but I really don't know if that will happen. We'll see, as Eli is trying to get enough for another castle here. There are eagles here. Ground attacks are marvelous, however. And Imperial Age on its way, and all this military is in danger. I think if you're Wisenatic, you need to go back here. You do not want to lose your ball of crossbows, as you've already lost eagles to a great attack ground. Another stable or two more stables coming up, yeah. And the crossbows will retreat. I think this is the right maneuver for him. Fourth town center over here. And we do see a lot of barracks coming out. Double mining camp on the stone here. Yeah, and there's really going to be a rough spot in the game. Neutral gold here. Neutral gold here. But these golds right here are the third main golds for each player. So husbandry, plate barding, and cavalier all going to be coming in here. And now I'm sure that Wisenatic is very pleased with his decision to turn back. He is going to need some more houses to go up. He's housed right now. He will start to add infantry upgrades, which are good if he's going to plan on going to Eagle next. Another castle here on the hill for Eli. This will really secure the front of the base. The whole front of the base will have to be passed through castles. All in all, we are just awaiting how things will break down here. Cavalier will be in, but there's only, what, 5 knights on the field? And there may be less in a second if he's not careful. Pikeman upgrade, so it will be pike added in with the arbalest. Cavalier is in. Mangonels are forward. Villagers are going to start to be lost here on the front. The knight numbers, there's a monk here that is going to jump into their town center safety, which is good. Bracer coming in here. There's way too many crossbows to engage here, however. Eli is severely low in military numbers, has the economy advantage here. Bracer will come in, and then these crossbows should make quick work of these, as we see a few pikes and eagles coming forward already. And the Cavalier have kind of split to the side here. Mangonels will be dealt with. Cavalier numbers will be growing, though, as a very nice shift onto that Cavalier here will get the conversion. This is going to be the issue, though, as we do have double house walls over here, which is nice. Elite Skirm is being teched into. Wisenatic unable to tech into Arbalest since he is getting chemistry early. Also going to be a castle on next to this gold, which is nice. Crossbows will make their way back through the base, it looks like. I don't really agree with this, but I guess you have to answer the threat. Another blacksmith's going to come up behind here, as that blacksmith is going to go down. Arbalest is now on its way in. We are going to have 70 crossbows on the field. Light Cav coming in will snipe a monk. Ultimately, it's going to be difficult to push this, and yeah, he's just going to turn and run back. It's 4 TCs, 2 castles. Wouldn't be too surprised if we see throwing X-Men at some point, given the fact that pikemen are on the field. Know that they're not great against Arbalest, but it could definitely be an option here against the infantry. Some good scouting here. As you can see the map here and who sees what at the moment. All things considered, maps fairly well explored from both players. Trebuchets needed here for both sides. It's a very late game on Arabia here. I feel like this one could go over the hour mark, no question. Very interesting forward castle here. We'll see. It should go up, should not be an issue. Needs more arb. Yeah, I mean, 70 arbalest. He does have a small number of pikemen in the front. Paladin is on its way in, though. And the Paladin on its way in is massive. Just no siege right now. Obviously, it makes sense over here that Paladin is on its way in. Light Cav being shown very early will make that a little bit more difficult. This barracks is at danger of going down here. There will be units sent back to try to answer this. And, oh, we see a castle coming up here where this town center was attempted to go up here. So, Wisenatic will be under some very heavy gold issues. This is what he's taking right now. That will dry up rather quickly. Treb will be on its way out, though, as the elite skirms and the paladins do arrive. Halberdier over here will take the best possible engagement that a unit can against the paladin at this point. On the front, though, paladin running into the base. Arbalests are focus firing the paladin. Skirmishers being lost to the town center, and yeah, Eli just microing back and forth here. The Treb will come out and will ultimately go down, I think. Oh, he gets lucky and keeps it alive. Yeah, these Paladin will come over here and should clean this up. Shouldn't even be an issue. Plenty of Paladin spam behind this. And on this side, this is all about to be busted into. Very solid play from Eli here. Things are going quite well for him at the moment. He is pushing. He is going to be doing a lot of pushing here in a moment. Stone purchased here for Wisenatic, who will try to get a castle up right where his opponent can see it. But it is a kind of an expected spot, as close to that as possible, and on a hill. This is the part that I'm gonna get concerned about. If these Paladin get in, and these Paladin just dive in, the entire economy here will fall apart for Wisenatic, and Eli will cement a victory if he can do that. And it looks like he probably will get in here before too long. Some quick walls there. That was actually really nice. So the Arbalests and the Halberdier are able to find some kills. We'll find some more on the gold here. That is the last gold, I think, that he is taking. Paladin also in on this side. Eli pushing the front with skirmishers. Economy numbers still good for both. This castle is possibly going to go down. There's two castles here, and these are rather low in HP, but they do get the kill. Eli is sitting on a good economy. Wisenatic has tons of eco. He can actually go imp next, but he is pretty much at the max with everything you can be here. Problem is he will be running out of gold here before too long. These Arbalests are split rather heavily, or stacked rather heavily. Skirmishers will be getting eaten up here. A pretty decent exchange. But at the same time, we still have units being sent to the back to try to deal with the raids that did come in. Siege Ram from Wisenatic would be helpful against the skirmishers. Wood tank, but ultimately I think he's going to run out of gold. Yeah, his villas are actually passing over here, which is not a good sign. Halberdier are on their way over here, but Eagle Warrior being teched into. Eagles could be a good answer here. The map is very heavily under the control of Eli, though, and he continues to just send everything forward. He's also managing his economy well behind this. Arbalests will need to support these Halberdier, and if they can support these Halberdier, the military numbers are still rather low here, as an Eagle is in the fray as well, so that switch has been notified, or noticed, most likely. Trying to get us around on the Arbalest. The castle going up here for Eli will be abandoned for the time being, as Eli is going to lose this fight. But all in all, did cost a lot. Arbalest here doing work. They'll have a ton of kills right now. Trebs are here. This is starting to be Treb down. That could be really huge if you can get that Treb down. Eli, just lacking gold here. There's the Eagle Warrior upgrade, Elite Eagle Warrior, and Thumb Ring even coming in. 2 Trebs will be here now. They are shooting downhill. It is 3 Trebs on the other side. Small skirmish here coming in. As soon as the Eagles can get their final attack upgrades, it could be huge. El Dorado could come in as well, but res is kind of limited right now. Castle will go down. Eagles are there. Lots of micro here on the front. He is going to focus the Vills going after the castle. The Halb are here to try to tank. Elite Eagle Warriors finding damage though. But again, the expansion here from Eli has been quite impressive. He's trying to just basically win the game by holding out at this point. Wisenatic slowly losing a lot more, I feel like, than Eli is. The Eagles are here. This castle that more have been sent. If this doesn't go realize this is being built, this would be a very devastating position to lose here, which it looks like he will lose. And Wisenatic here is going to be on the back foot here quite heavily. Wisenatic still has 11 on gold, it says. Not exactly sure where that is. Eli just selling food here to get things where they need to be. All in all, it's very hard to take this fight here, as we even see Eli getting architecture here early enough that he will be able to hold his buildings up with that better foundation or architecture upgrade coming in. Barracks being built. Halberdier trying to come out here. Halb numbers are only 11 here, which is pretty bad. We are down to 33 Arbleth as well, as the gold income, like I said, is dwindling. All in all, I think Wisenatic losing a lot of ground here will be very difficult for him to come back, as this position on the front is just getting easier and easier to push here. Trebs move forward here. Skirmishers holding their own with a few Paladin mixed in. This castle will be in danger of going down. Arbalest numbers were getting a little higher, will be going down here as well. I think this is a fine trade. I think Eli is more than happy to take this trade. Lots of Vills invested into this. Hoarding's the upgrade coming in, try to get more HP on this castle. It looks like that will come in, but it is still 3 Trebs. Will make it difficult to keep up. Wisenatic will run out of wood here at some point as well. What's up, I will heal you. How are you? Just enjoying some late game here. There's not really much more to look at on the map. It's just Eli taking the map positioning, holding it here with Trash and Paladin, as the Paladin dive in to kill the Repair Vills. Castle will go down here. A lot of the production is forward here. Skirmishers forward here. A very forward castle on the other side. These Arbalests are trying to deal with everything right now. I just don't see how that works out for him at this point. Paladin numbers did go down here quite heavily. This castle is getting up, though. It's already over 50%. And the skirms are here nearby. Arbalests are also not attacking the castle itself. Arbalest numbers continue to plummet. Just not enough gold now. Castle goes up. And ultimately, GG for Wisenatic should be coming in here before too long. As he's going to lose all of his production buildings on the side. He's not going to be able to move out soon. Castle also finding some kills already. GG comes in. Eli victorious in game number 1 here. And it looked like a fairly close game, and it almost looked bad for Eli there for a split moment or so whenever that large mass of crossbows showed up. But ultimately able to hold out, and we're going to go back to the Civ draft here, get the maps up for you yet again, and we'll cross off the Franks with the win, the Mayans with the loss. We will be going to Wisenatic's home map for game number 2. We'll be on Monkey Arena. And we have some interesting civs here. Civ predictions. Ooh, I want to say Britons, but I have a feeling we're going to see Byzantines. Byzantines counter so many civs in such a good position. Plus the cheaper imp is big. Wisenatic probably going for Teutons or Poles. I would probably guess Poles, but we'll see. Let's go find out, shall we? Game number 2, guys. Let me load up into it here, and then we'll get game number 2 between Eli and Wisenatic here on your screens in just a second. As soon as Capture Age loads up, here we go. Wisenatic with Portuguese. Portuguese. I never saw that one coming. Is this a Fast Imp Vittoria play or something? I don't even know what you do with Portuguese on Arena, to be honest. I'm not much of an Arena player myself. I have casted quite a bit here. Pleb Chariot / Tech Chariot is very happy to see Byzantines. I think Byzantines makes a lot of sense, though. But against Portuguese, yeah, still Byzantines I favor. Portuguese is a very interesting selection. We'll see what Wisenatic has up his sleeve here. We'll see what he has. It's going to be interesting for sure. Pushing in the deer, very common. Shouldn't be a surprise to anyone at this point. Interesting, we didn't see Turks or Bohemians selected here. They were obviously not selected by either player, which is always interesting. We have seen a ton of those civs on this map, though. So this is actually quite refreshing. Portuguese we've seen a lot, but we've seen it on Banana Cove. Pleb Chariot wants monk battle. He wants a monk battle. The Portuguese even have a good monk tech tree. I'm not too good with the monk tech trees. Tech Chariot or Pleb Chariot is familiar with tech trees for them as well. Decent monks, he says. Okay. It will be interesting. I don't feel like monks is the play, though, against Byzantines. I really don't, but we'll see. As far as the map gen is concerned, the stones are all fairly in the middle. Gold's spread out quite nicely. Relic control, if it comes to it, looks like it's fairly even, maybe slightly favoring Eli's map a little bit more. Lots of hunting going on. He's going to do organ guns. Eli will have to go redemption to convert them. That's your prediction. I mean, organ guns, I can tell you, are fun. I do like playing with organ guns, but more so on like islands or nomad game, not on arena. Of course, I have played against someone who went fast castle into a forward castle into petards. It wasn't like super forward, so it made petards to break in. It was a weird strat, but basically breaking into the walls and going organ guns. Byzantines, though, with such cheap trash and cheap camels. We'll see if we see that. I would guess we're going to see bombard cannons from both before the end is all done here, if it goes to the late imp stages. Very interesting, to say the least. Very interesting. These sheep have yet to be discovered here for Wisenatic. He's having some issues with his food economy. Can't find sheep this game. Lost the board of the TC in Game 1. Was quite the impressive showing from both players there in Game 1. We'll have to see what kind of crazy builds and strategies we have here for this one. Board number 2 in for Wisenatic. Eli pushing in his hunt. Looks like he's already taken his second board. Is under the TC. Unless I'm missing it somewhere. Monkeys are out and about scouting here a little bit for Wisenatic. Eli still safely at home. Pushing in his hunt. Ooh. Portuguese onto stone in the Dark Age with 1, and I expect will be 2. So I feel like this is going to be a forward castle. Or maybe not forward, but it will be a castle and organ guns. I think that Tech Chariot is probably correct. We will find out. Feudal Age on its way already. 23 pop for both players. And that's pretty damn close. Probably the same exact time, maybe just a second off. 23 pop for both. Barracks coming down for... What the... A barracks? Is he going for spearmen? For map control? Trying to contest relics, maybe? I'm not familiar with arena builds all that much, but I do not think that 23 pop is something that I've seen for 23 pop into spears. It's an interesting choice. We'll see what happens. He's obviously much better at this game than I am, but curious to see what the build. I mean, both players doing some curious builds. We have 3 on stone here for Wisenatic, so he will be fine. Byzantines can do 24 pop. I mean, he's at... technically, I guess this is 24 pop, I guess. So maybe I'm just not considering the fact because the scout doesn't take up this spot. Blacksmith stable here for Eli. So he's going to go into scouts. Okay, so scouts, this is more familiar for me. He's going to go into scouts for map control. Big fight here for the monkey. Eli will win it with 1 HP. Or maybe he's just going to go to Castle Age and make scouts later? I don't know. I should stop speculating what's going to happen on an arena game. This is Castle, no doubt, here from Wisenatic. There's no question in my book that this is a castle. Castle Age will be faster for Eli. Yeah, they're both going for castle. But I still think this is for scouts. I believe we'll see... Yes. Eli has proven me right this time. Scouts are on their way out. They will struggle against the organ guns, but the castle still has to be built. He's got 7 on stone. Not a lot on wood. Organ guns, I believe, cost... Is it food and gold or wooden gold? I want to say it's wooden gold, but I'm probably wrong. It's probably food and gold. Nonetheless, Castle Age will be in faster for Eli, who will have a spear and a scout or two. There's actually 2 scouts out on the map. So this will be a play for relics here. Wood and gold, that's what I thought. I haven't been playing enough 1v1s. I actually got to play a couple island games this weekend, which made me extremely happy, to be honest. For those who don't know, islands are my favorite map in the map pool. Don't get to play them all that often, but I actually landed a couple of them in a row this weekend. I think 3 of them, actually. It was quite marvelous. Did enjoy that. Castle will be coming up here. Well, he may be foolish, you say, but I think he was trying to see what was going on, and he was rewarded with this. As you will see, it will be a forward castle. As a knight, oh no. Oh no. This is bad. This is a bad idea now. This castle, I don't even know if it goes up at this point. I don't think it will. He'll have to wall in villagers. Another knight on its way here. This castle is yet to be touched. Lots of villagers going down here. 3, 4 in total already. Oh. Well, that was a quick one. I thought he was going to put the castle at home, which would have been the right move. He did see the scouts. His opponent was in Castle Age before him. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts. GG's. Eli will take the win here. That must have been an easy win for him, to be honest, given the circumstances of what we've just seen. Very good castle time. Very solid game number 1 from both players. Eli able to come out on top there. Eli will be advancing here. Did take the set 2 games to none, which is going to be good for Eli. Wisenatic, good showing in his first set, and in the first game of this one just fell apart quickly trying for that forward castle. Castle Age time was nearly identical. Feudal Age time was identical, but forward castle attempt not going to pay off here for Wisenatic. Eli will advance. Congratulations. Congratulations. We will say goodbye here to Wisenatic, and the only way we know how around here, and then we'll go update the bracket. So if anyone wants to avoid spoilers, this is your warning to steer clear.